14 habits that all unhappy people have. Happiness comes in such a large number of various structures that it can be difficult to characterize. Misery, on the other hand, is definitely not hard to remember. You know it when it thumps your entryway, and you unquestionably know when you are unhappy people with life. A well-known study from Stanford looked into subjects for 8 centuries and found that being unhappy people with life is connected to unhealthy well-being and a shorter life expectancy. Exactly when people are miserable with life, it is generously more difficult to connect with them, also work with them. Watch yourself deliberately to verify that these 11 habits of unhappy people are not your own. Number 14. Sitting tight for what's next to come. Letting yourself know, "I'll be cheerful when," is one of the least demanding unhappy people habits to fall into. How you end the announcement does not generally make a difference. It may be a job, more pay, or another relationship, since it puts excessively accentuation on conditions and enhanced conditions do not prompt joy. Try not to invest your energy waiting for something that is demonstrated to have no impact on your happiness. Number 13. Investing excessive energy and efforts in gaining material things. Unhappy people with life encounter a noteworthy increment in happiness when their financial conditions enhance. Yet it drops off rapidly above a certain yearly pay. There is a pool of research that demonstrates that materialistic things don't bring happiness to you. When you make a routine of pursuing things, you are probably going to end up noticeably unhappy people with life. In light of the fact that, past the mistake you encounter once you get them, you find that you've picked up them to the detriment of the genuine articles that can make you upbeat, for example, friends, family, and side interests. Number 12. Spending all day at home for unhappy people. When you feel unhappy people with life, it's enticing to keep away from other individuals. This is an enormous error, as mingling even when you detest it. We as a whole have those occasions when we simply need to pull the spreads over our heads and decline to converse with anyone. Yet understand that the minute this turns into an inclination, it devastates your mindset. Perceive when unhappiness is making you reserved, compel yourself to get out there and blend, and you will see the change immediately. Number 11. Considering yourself to be a victim. As such, life is out to get me, and there's nothing I can do about it. The issue with that reasoning is that it cultivates a feeling of vulnerability, and individuals who feel powerless are not probably going to make a move to improve things. While everybody is surely qualified to feel down now and then, it is essential to perceive when you are letting this influence your point of view. Try to make a new move. Number 10. Negativity. Nothing empowers misery like negativity. The issue with the cynical attitude is challenging your temperament. Skeptical thoughts are difficult to shake off until the point when you perceive how outlandish they are. Force yourself to take a look at the certainties and you will see that things are not so terrible as they appear. Number 9. Whining. Whining is a self-fortifying conduct. By continually talking and consequently thinking about how awful things are, you reaffirm your negative convictions. Beyond making you unhappy people with life, complaining pushes other individuals away. It is a self-strengthening conduct. Number 8. Making a huge deal of things. Terrible things happen to everyone. The difference is that cheerful individuals see them for what they are, and though unhappy people see anything negative as additional confirmation that life is out to get them. An upbeat individual is vexed on the off chance that they have a minor accident while in transit to work, yet they keep things in context. Number 7. Hiding issues away from plain view. Happy individuals are responsible for their activities. When they commit an error, they claim it. Unhappy people with life then again observe issues and slip-ups to debilitate. So they attempt to shroud them. Issues have a tendency to get greater when they are overlooked. The more you don't take care of an issue, the more it begins to feel as if you cannot make a move, and after that you start treating yourself like a victim. Number 6. Not moving forward. As opposed to characterizing goals, learning, and upgrading themselves, they just keep walking along, and from that point forward, they inquire as to why things never hint at change. Rather than defining objectives, learning, and enhancing themselves, they simply continue trudging along, and after that, they ask why things never show signs of change. Number 5. Attempting to stay aware of the Joneses. Desire and envy are contrary with satisfaction. So in case you are comparing yourself to other people, it is an ideal opportunity to stop. Be careful about this sort of speculation, as it won't make you cheerful and, as a general rule, has the inverse impact. Be cautious about this kind of hypothesis as it won't make you sprightly and, when in doubt, has the backward effect. Number 4. Being critical of everything. Unhappy people with life are usually critical of not just themselves but also of others. They constantly judge others and tend to pass negative remarks. Hanging out with such a person can be a bummer. They usually have trouble seeing the good in things and always look on the bad side of things. Number 3. You compare yourself to others. Unhappy people trust another person's favorable luck takes from their own. They believe that there is insufficient goodness to go around and continually look at yours against theirs. This leads towards jealousy and hatred. Number 2. You consider your future with stress and dread. Happy people go up against sound measurements of hallucination and enable themselves to stare off into space about what they had jump at the chance to have life unfold for them. Unhappy people fill that head space with steady stress and fear. Number 1. You can't forgive and never look back. Harboring sick sentiments towards somebody or something resembles conveying a 10-pound weight in your pocket. We as a whole have had awful encounters that have left a sharp taste in our mouth. Forgiveness is the arrangement and is an inconceivably effective idea. Perhaps you have been wronged or settled on a horrendous choice in your life. Gain from it and proceed onward.
Let it go.